I've been looking forward to coming to Groblersdal Golf Course for some time, and it's just an hour and a half drive from Pretoria along the highway, so it's easy to get to. And on your way you can end up at Highland Gate in Middelburg, you can go to Marble Hall, so there's quite a lot of golf courses that would constitute a really cool golf tour for you and your mates. There's lots of accommodation, there's lodges everywhere you go. You might even want to throw a little bit of hunting into the mix. But when you come to this golf course, you're going to have a good time. The golf course was designed and built in the early 60s by a gentleman called Stefan Bauer, who came apparently from Zimbabwe and managed to carve out a golf course amongst all these beautiful trees. And the trees are a real feature of this golf course. And there's so many different trees. So if somebody's a tree person and a bird person, you're going to find a little bit extra here at Groblersdal Golf Club. The golf course itself is an absolute pleasure. It's relatively flat, so it's easy to walk, well designed, smallish greens, so you're going to be on your approach shots need to be good, and Synoden greens, which are very nice. There's one or two interesting holes which we're going to feature for this insert, and then of course just getting here, the hospitality, the kindness, and just the feeling of welcome here at Groblersdal makes it all worth it. Our first feature hole at Groblersdal Golf Club is the third hole. It's a par 5. It measures 485, but it's stroke 5 on the card. So that gives you an indication there's a few challenges out there. And those challenges are in the form of trees. There's some magnificent trees here. There's over 1,000 trees on the golf course, and some of them really define the challenges, and you can see them in the background. We've got to negotiate this first tree in the center of the fairway, and from there we'll take on the rest of the hole. Let's just make sure we play sensibly and we play within ourselves to create the right score. Well, the first part's out the way. We missed that big tree in the center of the fairway. Let's go and see what faces us for the second shot. What a magnificent tree. And you can see all the pitch marks on the other side of the tree where so many golfers have hit this tree, and therefore it is a bit of a problem. Sadly, I've come up a little short. In the good old days, I probably would have made it to the green, but as they say, the older you get, the longer you were. Well, I've set myself in a good position. I've only got 40 yards to the front edge of the green, a little bit of space, beautiful greens, surrounded by a couple of bunkers, so I'm glad I didn't get into any of those. But I've still got a chance to make a birdie. And, you know, perfect, middle of the fairway, just a nice smooth little lob wedge, get it up in the air. The greens are quite receptive. Okay, let's see if we can get this nice and close, create a birdie opportunity. Oh, a little aggressive, but still got a birdie chance. Well, when you get up onto the green here, you realize it's not the biggest green in the world, and that, I guess, is part of the challenge on this par 5. It's angled slightly, it tilts from back to front, which is always a good thing, and it's appropriate for a par 5 of this nature. You know, these Synoden greens are always nice, especially in this kind of climate. So the greens are in good condition, perhaps a little slower than you might be used to, but it's always a nice challenge. Just off the right, give it a chance down the hill. Oh, misread, mishit, not my best. But hey, 5 is always a good thing. One of the most beautiful things that I appreciate as a South African is a good old braai. And a golf course without a braai is missing something. And here at Groblersdal, you can only imagine the amount of fun that golfers have here. Even if you come here on a little golf tour, I'm sure if you ask nicely, they'll set up a fire. I'm kind of walked down this little pathway rather reluctantly because there is a resident crocodile. And you might get it when you're having a braai or you're playing the hole. Just look out for the crocodile, because that could bite a little bit more than a well-struck shot. Well, the 9th hole is an interesting hole. This is our second feature hole at Groblersdal Golf Club, and it's a nice soft cut off the tee. Will suit the shape because it is a dogleg from left to right. It's stroke 3 on the card, so there must be something out there lurking, but let's get the tee shot away first, pretty straight, and then we'll face the next problem once we get through the dogleg. Nice good drive should do it. Sometimes not clever to be clever. because I've hit that little right. Try to go over the dogleg. The dogleg might just bite me back. Let's go and see if we can find it. Well, got a little lucky here, considering the fact that this tree has clearly just been cut down recently. Otherwise I would have had a challenging shot. My second shot's only 75 meters to a front flag, and you can well imagine on the Saturday afternoon when the club is bustling, there's a whole lot of people sitting on the patio taking bets whether I'm going to hit the green or not. There's a couple of interesting bunkers here, slightly different, and this is of the larger greens on the golf course. Let's see if we can get it in there nice and close. That's a little disappointing. Just coming up a bit short. There's no wind, there's no excuse. Bad shot. Obviously I've come up a little short, bit disappointing, but most importantly I've missed these two rather difficult bunkers. So I've got quite a straightaway shot here. I'm just going to take my sandwich, get on up over this little slope and let it release down towards the hole. Ah, that's pretty good. Quite easy. I'll take that. And once again, it's a 4, a par. Even with my sandwich, I can't miss. And there we go. 4 for 3 is good anytime. And that will keep all these people on the patio quiet once they've given me a hard time about that second shot. This is a delightful hole. It's a great way to finish, and I can't wait to get in that halfway house where they've got some really interesting nutrition. Our third feature hole here at Groblersdal Golf Club is a most delightful par 3. Just see lots of water. Don't worry about the water. There's a big green on the other side and there's lots of space. It only measures 117 meters and it strokes 16 on the card. All of those things say it's pretty easy, but visually it's quite challenging. I'm just going to take a gap wedge, aim straight at the flag. Let's go. Easy hole. As I mentioned previously, the greens here are relatively small, so middle of the green is always an option. So I'm really chuffed that I've managed to find the middle of the green. Whether the flag was there or there, no problem. But over there's a little bunker, and over there lots of problems. So you want to avoid all of those things. Make sure you take enough club. On a hole that you think is easy, it's still got some challenges. However, we've got a birdie chance here. As mentioned before, these Sarnoden greens are really nice and true. They run beautifully. A little slow today, but that's not the end of the world. Oh, a little bit more turn than I anticipated. But any time you get away with a par, and particularly such a short little tap in, 3 is always a result on this hole. Don't get clever here. This hole is got a few little sneaky problems, but it's got a nice green. It's a short iron. Commit to the shot. You never know what can happen.
I come from Joburg, you see. I come to this country when I was 18 years old, in 1966. It started, we had a doctor here with the name of Doc Steyn. We call him Doc Steyn, you know. His name was Steyn. So he invited me to the golf club. And then I met another friend. He was a butcherman, you know, had a butchery in town. Reg Weizmann. His father, you know, Jewish inherited. His father had the butchery, he took over anyhow. So they took me to the golf club and they showed me, you know, they said to me, come and play, come and Joel, you know what I mean? It's nice. You know, Greek playing golf. Yeah. I tell you one thing, I never look back and I do it again if I can.
Some of the most hospitable people. You can't go wrong. You come here and you play this golf course, which is in lovely condition, great greens, Sarnoden greens, beautiful fairways, and the trees are a feature for me. There's so many different trees, over 1,000 as I've mentioned before. And like in the background here, just something to remember this place by. So Groblersdal is not a course that you race by, it's a course you stop, appreciate and enjoy. We'll see you here sometime soon.